Hey, Anthony Nitz here. Hi, how you doing? Hey, I'm heading down the beautiful Southern California 55 freeway on a what day is today? Friday afternoon, and I am topping out at probably about 3 miles an hour. So I'll be real careful as I'm driving here, but I thought it'd be a good opportunity for me to continue on with my little series, how to hire the right listing agent. And before you even think about calling a real estate agent, you need to think about the questions that you want to ask them and how to ask them the correct way. And here's why. Most sales trainers in any industry really teach their salespeople how to answer questions in a way that sometimes sounds legitimate, but unfortunately isn't altogether all that truthful. And because they know that if they can get you to accept the answer that is given, you're probably not going to move on to the second or third level of that question. So I always say, go 3 levels deep on your questioning and get terribly specific if you have to. Here's an example. When I started my real estate career, in the very beginning, I had a sales trainer teach me, said to a whole group of us, if somebody asks you how long you've been in real estate, your answer should be, gosh, it seems like forever. And one of the other agents in the room piped up and said, but I just got my real estate license 3 weeks ago. How can I say that I've been in real estate forever? And the trainer actually said this, said, well, let me ask you a question. When you were born, did you live in a house? And you lived in a house your entire life. You've been in real estate your entire life. So while that answer, in a sense, is not altogether a lie, it's not the answer that you were looking for. So you have to ask more specific questions. So how long have you been in real estate? How long have you been licensed? How long have you been actively selling homes? How long have you been with this current company? Another question that a lot of people ask is, well, how many homes have you sold? And while the number of homes an agent sold doesn't necessarily dictate whether they're a good agent or not, I'll give you an example of that in a second, but oftentimes agents are taught to say, well, you know what, last year we, and we is the key word. If you hear we, unless that person has a dedicated team that they pay as a staff to them and themselves only, if they say we, oftentimes they're referring to their entire real estate office. So if they say, hey, well, you know, gosh, last year we sold 57 homes. Now that sounds impressive, but that agent themselves may have only sold a couple of homes, which again might not be the best agent for you to hire. So ask them more specific questions. How many homes have you sold last year? How many homes have you personally been involved with the closing on? How many homes were you the actual listing agent on the contract? Again, having to get terribly specific, and as individuals, we don't want to be, or we're typically non-confrontational when we're trying to ask these questions, because we want to take people at their face value and give them the benefit of the doubt. Bad part is that's why there's such a sometimes a bad reputation in the real estate sales arena, because there's a lot of bad experiences as a result of hiring the wrong agents. I'm going to tell you real quickly about this one agent that I knew. That this guy, he probably listed over 100 homes per year. And while he was a great listing agent, and I see this all the time, when I say a great listing agent, great as far as getting the listings, he was an excellent marketer. The problem was when I sat down with him, and much to my dismay, in my conversation, I said, well, gosh, you know, you're listing over 100 homes per year, you know, looking up to this guy. In my line of questioning, one of the things that I was able to uncover was that he actually said, well, we actually only close 2 out of every 10 homes that we list. I was floored. So again, going into your questioning, how many homes have you actually listed? How many homes have you actually closed? Because in my opinion, that's a horrible ratio, but he knows that the more listings he gets, the more he'll close, but he's a terrible sales agent. So, hey, I hope that's helpful. I hope that's good information for you as I'm cruising down the beautiful 55 freeway. Hey, I managed to get all the way up to 17 miles an hour on the 55 freeway as I now come to almost a complete stop. If you have questions, feel free to reach out to me. I'm happy to answer any questions you have surrounding the whole real estate space. I have been doing this actively myself for over 20 years. All right, hey, take care, Anthony Nitz, and have a great day.